Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Rules of Engagement, Chapter 13, On the Spot. Just a spot of tea, playing is Nicole. You sit in a cafe, about to begin your phone interview with a famous executive, Blair Hull, from the prestigious Mansing internship. Okay, here goes. Just a phone call to determine my entire future career trajectory. Nothing to panic over. Hello? Hello, Nicole, this is Blair Hall? Miss Hall, I just have to tell you, ma'am, that you are my personal hero. I mean, you're the woman who single-handedly invented the microprocessor that cured poverty, and I know all my accomplishments, Miss Hall, Nicole. The purpose of this interview is to learn about you. Oh, right, of course. Pardon my bluntness, but I have no time for niceties. I'm due for a deep soak and a sensory deprivation pod, my god do I want, in an hour, and I'm sure you know how hard these are to reschedule. Yes, that is a thing, I know. One of the hazards of this job is constant travel. Now, I'm sure you're the kind of woman who's done her homework, so I bet you already know that we're based in the London, but have offices around the world in New York, Dubai, Singapore. So what about it? How about it, Nicole? Do you think you can keep up? Of course, I love traveling. I'm actually on a trip right now. I feel lucky to be able to travel the world and see different cultures. I'm definitely not a hassle for me. That's what I like to hear. Alright, here's a question I've spent a lot of time thinking about. You're in the 19th century war song. 9 stray dogs come at you on the street. 1 is a Dalmatian. What do you do? Okay, thank God it's not timed. I would adopt some and take the rest to a vet. Interview Marie Carey. Look for clues about how I got to Warsong. Okay. This is a very odd question for an interview to ask. Okay, so you're in Warsaw, 19th century. A bunch of dogs came up to you, including I don't know. For clues how I got to Warsaw? I mean, I must have traveled, right? There must be tons of research we can do on the space-time continuum. At the same time, we should be careful that just handling DeLoreans, unless we want to completely disrupt our notion of reality. I like the way you think. Ignore red herrings, you question the big picture, and you're not afraid to think outside the box. Now for the next question. There are 2 types of people in the world. What are they? The types of people are cat and dog, Jedi and Sith, those who understand binary and those who don't. And those who only kind of do? Wow, Jedi and Sith, I like this answer. Cat and dog. I find pet choice can reveal much about an owner's personality. Cats are usually independent, solitary hunters, and dogs are usually sociable pack animals. So it's no surprise that in recent studies, dog owners rated themselves 15% more extroverted than cat owners. Perhaps you're onto something about matching personalities. I'm partial to the iguana, at least while my Komodo dragon adoption application is pending. There's just something about a cold-blooded nature of reptiles that I find so relatable. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Mansing Transglobal has many offices. Do you remember what city is our center of operations? Let me think about this for a moment. I swear it was London. Okay. So I'm going to go with London. If I recall correctly, That's right. It's a simple question, but it shows you were paying attention. Now, moving on. Since it'll be at least 2 years before the AI department finishes Project Dolores, I'll need a daring, scrappy intern at my side. As I hope you know by now, creativity and breaking boundaries are very important to us. Tell me about a time when you took a chance. A chance? There is only one fundamental truth in this cruel, bleak world, Nicole. Innovation cannot exist without risk. Well, I took a chance when I joined a salsa class. I went on a cruise. Actually, I wish I had taken more chances this summer. I went on a cruise, actually. A cruise? I'm failing to see how this was a risk. Well, a lot of accidents happen in the sea, but Nana wanted me to go. So you consider all expenses paid vacation of lounging at the pool, enjoying massages, and enjoying room service a risk? I could get sunburned. Interesting. You're right. I should take more chances. Really? You were just climbing a mountain! Why was there no mention of that? You continue talking as the sun sets. Well, I didn't think I'd say this, but I've enjoyed talking to you, Nicole. Thank you. My questions may have been unorthodox, but short of a full neurological profile, I've found them to be the best way to get to know a person. I'd like to clear your schedule on Thursday morning, Central European time. I'm going to be out of contact attending a conference for women in tech in Berlin, so you won't be able to reach me until then. Sure, I'll talk to you Thursday morning. Well, my assistant is aggressively waving her stylus at me since it's time for my sensory deprivation pod appointment, so I'm going to have to end this call. You know how it is, but I'll have one of my people enter you into the calendar. Goodbye, Nicole. Goodbye. You hang up. Phew. You gather up your charger and begin to leave the cafe when someone calls to you from a nearby table. Nicole? Audrey! How did you find me? There's only one cafe in this town. You know, it's not exactly Where's Waldo. Oh, right. Listen, I just had my interview and... Oh, I heard you schedule a follow-up on the same day and time as our salsa exhibit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I swear I completely forgot. It's too late to change the interview now. I don't want to seem like someone they can't depend on. What about someone I can depend on? It's like promises don't mean anything to you. First you invited me to this hike, and we made a pledge to make it to the top together. Then you ditch me when we've almost made it, and now you're breaking another promise? I'm sorry, Audrey. I know how important this is to you, but don't you see how important this job is to me? Can I do both the exhibition and the interview? That won't work. The exhibition takes up the full morning on Thursday, and we don't know when we'll get called to go on. Look, it's clear that you got your priorities all right now, but this isn't just what you promised me. What about what you promised Nana? You know, trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone, taking chances? Or did you just make all that stuff up so you could pass your interview? That's not how it is, Audrey. Look, I believe in you, and that's... Well, you can finish your Nana's adventure list. The challenge on there are gonna give you something that your 9 to 5 will never get you. And if you turn your back on the list now, they're not who I thought you were. Audrey. You watch Audrey storm off back to the ship as you slowly follow her. Your head is swimming. What am I gonna do? If Katie were right, I bet she'd have some good advice. I wonder how her date with William went last night. At sunset, you and William enter a restaurant in Paris with a sparkling chandelier and a sweeping view of the Eiffel Tower. You don't think I'm dressed a little plain for this restaurant, do you? It's fine, don't worry. Look, our table's ready. After the maitre d' helps you take your seats, your waiter arrives. Oh, Mother of God, no, you're not speaking French, are you? Bonne et bonsoir. Our specials tonight include the classic Rochelle, as well as a escalopes de foie gras. Well, why don't we start with a bottle of your best champagne and go from there? Just a half? Make it a full bottle, please. Wonderful, monsieur. You turn in your seat to regard the lights of the Eiffel Tower. William, this is so romantic. How do you plan to top this? We should take a selfie. Oh my god, I hate that word. This is so romantic. I can't believe we're here. It's funny how you can be in a completely different place in just a few hours. I love the spontaneity that a private jet allows for, although I think there's something to be said for the company too, not just Paris. Well, I'm a fan of both the company and the creme brulee. That's also fair. I have to admit, this is a little unusual for me, going on a second date. You've already heard of all my best stories. I've already used all of my best lines. You might have to start improvising now. I might even get to know the real William. Honestly, I'm not really used to opening up. Usually I'm more the guy that whisks you off to Venice or Paris and leaves you with a good story to tell. I guess that's why the tabloids love you. I've got a reputation for being a playboy because I date a lot of different girls, but my lifestyle doesn't afford me much free time. That's why things never get serious. In my experience, when two people are busy with their lives or careers, there's just no way to prioritize each other without becoming resentful. One will want to focus more on his or her career, the other will get angry that they aren't ranked before work. Relationships require a lot of work to keep them going, but going on a couple dates, that's something I can make time for. Well, I should tell you, I am looking for something long-term, and actually, just then your waiter arrives, setting down 2 flutes of champagne. Bonne degustation. William raises his glass to you. Cheers. Cheers. You know, Katie, I actually have something to ask you. You start to sip from the glass when you see something twinkle at the bottom. You glance inside to see a solitary engagement ring. You might say yes. You stare at the ring in stunned silence. Ooh, I clicked yes! Oh my god. What? What's wrong? This? You fish the ring out with with your fork to hold it up. I'm guessing this isn't yours? Your waiter comes running up to your table. Monsieur, mademoiselle, I'm so very sorry. There's been a mistake. The champagne was meant for another table. Apologies for the confusion. Oh. You drop the ring back in the champagne flute, and the waiter hurriedly takes it away. William lifts an eyebrow. You really thought that was for me? At first, yeah. I mean, it's kind of fast, but the thing is, actually, I kind of need to move fast. William, there's something I need to tell you. Maybe I should have told you sooner. What is it? Well... How exactly do you tell someone that you need to marry them by the end of the summer, which is already half over? I I have to be married by the end of the summer. Inheritances are funny things, aren't they? I have to be married by the end of summer. Wait, what? My Nana left me an inheritance, and she stipulated that I have to get married to get it. You're joking. I wish. That's why I've been taking more chances. I'm hoping to find love by the end of the summer, since things didn't work out with Trent. Did I just scare you off? And yes, I named him that, by the way. I'm surprised, but nothing you could do would scare me off. If anything, now I feel like I need to get more time with you. Why? You said it yourself, a committed relationship doesn't fit your lifestyle. I also said I rarely go on second dates, and here we are. There's something about you, Katie. You're different. You're smart, funny, genuine, and you push me and challenge me in ways no one else ever has. Maybe you finally met your match. Haha, there it is. So you're considering getting married at the end of the summer? For you, I'm surprisingly open to the idea, but I want to get to know you more. What are you suggesting? I'd originally planned to take you back to your boat tonight, since I have another trip tomorrow, but what if we didn't go back? What if we spent the night in Paris together? We can stop by a charming patisserie, stay up at an even more charming hotel. We can experience the city of lights together. Mother of... I'm kind of upset with this choice because I need 14 diamonds and I could go with Chris to the special chapter that you guys have been wanting to see. Damn it. I like how it's the exact number of diamonds. If the Chris chapter was unlocked, I would do it. As much as I like to, we need to head back. You probably should get back to you in time for your trip tomorrow. I suppose so. I'd hope to... Well, never mind. Yeah, I'd hope to, too. Back on the plane. William, I had a wonderful evening. I did, too. I definitely want to see you again. And soon. But... business calls, as you know. You know, for having booked the same cruise, I don't end up seeing you all that much. True. I'd meant to spend this much time on the cruise, actually. It's funny, though. Recently I found myself making excuses to come back from my trips earlier than I used to. He lifts your hand and kisses it. I wonder why that is. So, when will I see you again? I hear there will be a captain's ball in a couple weeks. I should be back by then, and I want to see you. You scored a third date. I'll be there. Yeah, where else would you be? Now I'm playing as Alex. You and Elena stroll onto the deck on a Friday evening. You look like you have something on your mind. I was just wondering if you think we look convincing enough. As a couple, I mean. Of course. The last few days have been great. I think you should take my arm. What? Look at the couple over there. They're holding hands. We should at least walk arm in arm? Elena, we've been seen everywhere. I think we're in the clear. Just because we haven't been outed yet doesn't mean we can relax. It's a vacation. We don't have to be on guard every second. And I'm telling you that we should be taking this very seriously. Well, look who's here. Can I shove her off the boat yet? You and Elena turned to see forward. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. Don't tell me there's trouble in paradise. There wasn't until now. How come we keep running into you? It's a small ship. Smaller if we actually, it'll be bigger if we shove you off. Well, maybe you should spend more time on your task than on the meddling of me and my sisters. Unless Nana gave you something you can't handle. My task may be ridiculous, but I can definitely handle it. Violet clears her throat and smooths down her hair. But enough on that. I'm not trying to interfere, Alex. I'm just concerned for my favorite cousins. Like you, your date tonight, isn't it? What do you have planned? Alex and I were just discussing that. You don't know yet. It's only the second date. But maybe the shines weren't off after 2 years together. Elena and I already know what we're doing. Oh yeah? What is it? You look around the deck and spot a flyer. You nod to it. We're going to the couple's activity of the day. Isn't that right, Elena? Elena reads the flyer. We're doing the sensual couples massage? I mean, of course we are. Yeah. We could always learn to be more sensual, can't we? Whatever you say, dear. Are Alex and Elena going to go through with the massage class? Find out in the next chapter. Dun dun dun! Alright, folks. So I hope you guys did enjoy. So we have perfect placement. We have the new chapter of Crown of the Flame. Check that out when it comes out. We have freshman snowed in. Yes, it looks like it might be Crew James. Maybe? Winter break is fast approaching. I mean, I know that it's pretty much on campus. I don't know who will ask you out. It's either Caitlin or I don't know. It might be whoever you're in a relationship with. And also, please check out my episodes. Choose your story. So I'm doing a different app that you folks might be interested in. There's a bunch of stories. Right now we're doing Infamous. That's about criminals who are taking on the role of classmates to solve murders. There's a serial killer in the high school, and they're having to become high school students to find out who's going around killing people. It's really cool. It's kind of like Suicide Squad-esque kind of infiltration of high school, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I especially like the most recent chapter that I'm actually in the process of putting up. So you should see that here really shortly. So other than that, and also there will most likely be a link somewhere in the video here. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Remember to like, comment, share, and if you're not already, subscribed. And until next time, folks, have a good one.